Hey team, it's just me, and I thought I'll just do a video for the first time and talk through the process of me creating this new art that I did a few days ago. I'm going to talk through this, and I'm going to call this Opening Art and Meaning. Today we've got this artwork that I did recently, and I filmed the whole process on Photoshop CC, and we're going to play it back, speed it up. It took me an hour to do this whole thing, but I've made it just 5 minutes long for your sake, because you guys are busy, you have a life to live and things to do, so I'm gonna keep it short. What I start with is, I always start with the picture, the inspiration, and I would find a photo like this one on Instagram or Tumblr that I really think it's cool. And the thing that I find challenging about a photo like this one is the glow that this person has on her face. And to create people's face, to draw people's face is quite easy, but to recreate this glow that people have on their face is another story. My first process on an art like this, especially when there's a strong reference photograph like I do here, I normally start with the line drawing. I just put it on Photoshop and drop a layer on top of it and just trace the outline, and that makes sure that I get all the proportions right, all the perspective right. And again, some people might call that cheating. I used to think it was cheating as well a few years ago, but I saw how effective it was, how much it saved me time, and how close the tracing was, and how good the tracing was, and how simple it was. So I have adopted it a lot recently, and yeah, why not? If you can do it, why not? The thing about selfies that I find so interesting is the nature of them, which is so transient and so temporal. Almost like, you know, those newspaper clippings that don't last long, that people just brush over, that stuff that shouldn't last long. Selfies are like that. They're not works of art. But what I find really interesting is the idea that as artists we can turn something that is so temporal into a work of art, and thus making it immortal. There's a quote that I read recently that goes something like, "Photographs are a proof that at one moment in life things were completely perfect." And I think selfies are quite interesting, because we capture a moment that we really love, or people capture a look about themselves that they really love, because they're afraid, they're paranoid that this moment will never come back again. So in a sense, selfies are really spontaneous. There's something very transient about them. At the same time, it's a moment in time that's been captured forever, like all photographs are, but selfies seem to capture that even more, because it's more personal and raw. So at this point, I'm just filling in the blacks. It's getting there. It's almost finished, but I'm at this point, I think I'm realizing that there's something still missing from this artwork, and I don't necessarily want to recreate the artwork as we see it is in the photograph, because that's not the point of art. The point of art is to interpret it, I guess. And so I have to think of something different to add to this one. And now if you see the reflection on her glass, it says my name. Obviously it's reversed because it's a reflection, but yeah, you get the idea, don't you? So the blue sky is meant to evoke a sense of summer, a sense of warmth, and I think it does achieve that. And this work is still not finished. I might still add background to it, maybe like trees, I don't know, palm trees. Palm trees would be cool. But yeah, here it is. If you liked this video or found it useful, let me know and I'll make more of them. Thanks.